am the Persian Pistol, Furkan Korkmaz, ripping apart the Chicago Bulls in Philly. The only problem here is that the Chicago Bulls stink. What is up, guys? My name is DJ Eastwood. Welcome to the Run It Back podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you like talking Philly sports every damn day, because that's what I do. Listen, Sixers took care of the Bulls last night. Furkan Korkmaz went off. I didn't get to watch the game because I was at work, so I recorded it. I recorded the standard definition version for some reason, not the high def version, so I felt like I was watching the game in a laundromat in 2002. But I watched the whole thing, and I'm just going to tell you right now all of the things that I took away from the game. First thing we need to note is that the Bulls are atrocious. I mean, we're playing players like Archie Diacono and Chandler Hutchinson. You know what I mean? So it was a great win. A lot of great things happened, but let's remember who we're playing against. We did a great job on the perimeter. We did a great job defensively. We held Zach LaVine to 0 for 7 from 3. That happened to be the difference in this game because, you know, once Zach LaVine gets hot, he drops 40-plus on us. I said in my last video he was going to drop 41. We held him to 0 for 7 from 3, so shout out to all the guys that guarded him on the perimeter and slowed him down, because he legitimately is the only thing the Bulls have that can score on you. Furkan Korkmaz went ham. Furkan Korkmaz got on fire. Shout out to the team for continuously giving him the ball. And once he gets hot, dude, his light is green. He's just catch and shoot all day. He scored 14 straight points in the third quarter. He scored 14 points. The Sixers team, it was just Furkan Korkmaz, 14 straight points. I mean, he was so on fire he couldn't miss. There was even a play that was an illegal screen was called, and he chucked it up after the play and it went in. He could not miss. He's much like the bipolar girlfriend reference that I had a couple weeks ago about the Sixers. That's Furkan Korkmaz, basically. He's going to be the best thing ever one day, and when the ball's not falling, it's going to be very, very, very bad. So if he's very young too right now, so let's keep that in mind also. If this guy can grow into this type of player and be the sniper that we need, I mean, this is what this team needs. A sniper that can get hot from 3 and light it up. That's what we need, a J.J. Redick type of player. If he can do that, he can be a huge part of this team. He even had a drive down the lane where he was about to go up with one. He drives with one hand like this. He was about to do the Statue of Liberty, bro. The Turkish Tower, and threw it down. Let's go. Let me know if I should put Turkish Tower on a t-shirt, because I think that would be dope. All right. Let's keep something in mind here. Ben Simmons was very aggressive in this game. Again, I'm absolutely loving it. There's a fire lit under him. He won't shoot the ball. It's becoming to the point where I'm not going to say it anymore. I said I'm not going to stop saying it, but I'm going to stop saying it because he's not going to shoot the ball. That is what it is. But I got to give credit to Brett Brown a little bit for doing the right thing and taking Ben Simmons off of the ball. We don't have a good point guard outside of Ben Simmons, so, you know, I'll get into Raul Neto and Furkan Korkmaz in a little bit, but taking Ben Simmons off the ball and playing to his strengths as the screener, as the high pick and roll man, as the power forward on the block, all these different sets that he's running for Ben Simmons is helpful. This is what I've been saying all along. He's not a point guard if he won't shoot. You can't play point guard if you won't shoot. The defense plays off too far. There's nothing you can do. Now, the Chicago Bulls defense is horrendous, and not just their defense is horrendous, the coach is horrendous, their game plan is horrendous. I couldn't figure out what they were doing in this game. They were playing Ben Simmons at the three-point line. That's a recipe for disaster. He will blow by all of your players if you play him out there. Elite defenses don't do that. Elite defenses play 15 feet off in the paint and force him to get rid of the ball. The Bulls were playing so far out on him, he was able to run a pick and roll. He ran 2 pick and pops with Al Horford, bro. Why would you play defense like that on Ben Simmons? That makes absolutely no sense. How did the coach come up with this game plan? Or is there even a game plan? Because you're playing Ben Simmons at the three-point line, letting him run a pick and roll. That's why his shooting would be so lethal, because if elite teams had to defend him like that, he would be unstoppable. I'm talking MVP type of player if he would just shoot the ball, but he won't. So elite defenses play off, and it renders the pick and roll completely useless, and we got to take him off the ball. The Bulls were playing outside the three-point line for some reason, letting him run the pick and roll, letting him run the pick and pop with Al Horford. There was a play, 2 plays I want to talk about. There was a play where Ben was off the ball, came up to set a screen in a power forward position. Instead, it was a screen handoff where they give him the ball instead of setting the screen. And the Bulls had 2 players on Ben Simmons at the three-point line. And he threw a lob to Tobias Harris. Now, how bad is that defense? You just double-teamed the one guy in the NBA that won't shoot a three at the three-point line. So, listen, if I was a Bulls fan, I wouldn't even be watching this garbage because they are just they're not doing anything right down there. There's another play where Ben sets a screen for Korkmaz, hands it off to him again on the screen, and they double-team Simmons at the three-point line and leave Korkmaz wide open. How is that a thing? You're double-teaming the guy that won't shoot and leaving the guy that's hot wide open. I mean, that was just seriously some of the worst defense I've ever seen. So let's keep that in mind when we're talking about this. Korkmaz was great. He was hot. He was on fire. He also had a crap ton of wide open looks that won't happen against an elite defense. But let's get the confidence we need against teams like the Bulls. Again, if you want to be a championship team and you're playing Archie Diacono and Chandler Hutchinson, it should be a 30-point blowout. I mean, it really should. If you want to be a championship elite-level team, the Bulls are atrocious. And it was kind of a grinded-out game. It was close for a lot of it. Until Korkmaz went off in the third quarter, the Bulls had a 10-point lead at one point in the second, I believe. So another grinded-out game, but use Ben Simmons to his strengths. Take him off the ball. If you pair Ben Simmons with a legit starting point guard, bro, his game is going to open up. It's going to be unbelievable. I'm telling you this. Al Horford had a solid game. He's still chucking a lot of threes, bricking a lot of them, but made some of them. He had a little post-up, 1-foot step-back Dirk Nowitzki in the first half. That was nice. So it's nice to see Al Horford get his game back a little bit. Ben Simmons was very aggressive, and here's a play that I want to talk about, explaining what I'm talking about with his aggression. So many times this season, Ben Simmons would drive the lane or even be on a fast break, and if there was even a defender in front of him, he would look for a pass. Even if there was nobody there, he would do a jump 360 and try to kick it out. In this game, he got on the break, took 2 dribbles, Lauri Markkanen was in front of him, and he hammered it on him. He postered him. Ben Simmons postered somebody. That's all I want, bro. That's all I want. I know his potential. He can put people on posters. It's all up here. It's all up here. He just needs to know in his own mind, this dude can't stop me. I can put the ball in the rim. There's nothing he can do about it. I said a couple months ago, you've never seen Ben Simmons put somebody on a poster, and you never will. I saw it last night. I was so ecstatic about that play just because he took a hard dribble, took contact, a player almost his size was in front of him, and he yammed it on him. That makes me so happy. That tells me that Ben Simmons is gaining this aggression because he's pissed off, and he's pissed off at all the negativity he's getting. And he likes to act like he doesn't hear it. He likes to act like he doesn't see it and hear it on ESPN. He likes to act like he doesn't see and hear people talking about it. He likes to act like he doesn't see the comments on his Twitter and his Instagram and all this stuff. But he sees it. And he needs that motivation because he could be an NBA superstar. It's all about if he wants it or not. We had a play where we had 6 men on the floor, and I want to talk about that for a second because I've always said this team has communication issues. Some of the plays where Ben's trying to run a pick and roll and Al Horford's on the block right in front of him. Like, there's things that happen on the floor that tells me these players are not on the same page. And it comes back that there's no other explanation other than coaching. Discipline and communication all comes back to coaching. What are these guys doing in practice? Now, what happened over the course of trying to substitute somebody in the game that we ended up with 6 players on the floor during a live ball? I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That is an astronomical level of miscommunication. That is the highest tier of miscommunication. How would that possibly happen? But it did, and it was really weird, and they talked about it on TV for a little bit, and that does not look good for Brett Brown. I still can't. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. I still can't figure out Raul Neto. I still can't figure out Brett Brown's obsession with Raul Neto. I don't know what it is. Trey Burke is that combo guard that can at least be a threat to score coming off the bench. He can hit wide open threes. He can break his man down one-on-one. He can create havoc, create things in the lane. He's a combo guard. He must be like really bad in practice, or like he says things that Brett Brown doesn't like. Like, I can't figure it out. Raul Neto doesn't give you much. He's serviceable. I'm not saying Raul Neto is absolute trash. He's a serviceable point guard. He's not a threat to score, ever. And he makes some boneheaded plays, man. You saw the play where he tripped over his own feet, was on the floor, somehow got the ball out to the top of the key. Same play, runs to the corner, catches a wide-open three, passes up a wide-open shot, drives baseline, throws a horrible pass to Josh Richardson that almost goes out of bounds. Like, it was such a bad series of events. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Get him off the floor! I will never understand Brett Brown choosing Raul Neto over Trey Burke. I'm never going to understand it. I got to just forget about it because it's his new obsession. It's his new stepson in place of T.J. McConnell. It's his new T.J. McConnell. That's what it is. He's obsessed with the guy. And it's like when Brett played T.J. McConnell over Markelle Fultz when Fultz had 16 points at halftime, and then he said he did that for defensive reasons. Brett Brown said that out of his mouth. He played T.J. McConnell over Markelle Fultz for defensive reasons. I was out on that. That was last season, and I was gone. I was off the Brett Brown train when I heard that. I'm like, there's no way this guy thinks that makes sense. There's no way. So playing Raul Neto over Trey Burke, he's probably going to say it's for some kind of reason, and that won't make sense. So I don't know, man. I just don't know. There's nothing I enjoy less than seeing a Kyle O'Quinn pick and pop. I really don't like it. Kyle O'Quinn's a nice guy. Seems like a cool dude. He works hard, but you got to have a better backup center than Kyle O'Quinn, man. You just do. He had a decent game, but most of the time he has really bad games. And I don't want to see him pick and pop and shoot jump shots. I really don't. One thing I want to say, taking Ben Simmons off the ball, there was a point in probably the second quarter where Furkan Korkmaz was bringing the ball up the floor. And I'm sitting here like, hold on a second. Now, I know Brett Brown's confidence level in Furkan Korkmaz was always higher than everyone else's. And shooting-wise, maybe Brett was right. Maybe he's the sniper we need. But to have him bringing the ball up the floor and then running ball screens? Bro, when did Furkan Korkmaz become a point guard? If you saw a couple plays where he ran a ball screen, he had some seriously errant passes. Brett Brown's confidence level has grown so high with Furkan Korkmaz, he now thinks he's a backup point guard? Oh, my. Dude. I mean, it worked against the Bulls' atrocious defense, and he had some errant passes there and some turnovers. But if your plan is for Furkan Korkmaz to be your backup point guard, you're in trouble against elite defenses, man. That is never going to work. I don't know why that would be a thing. We were really running Furkan Korkmaz at point guard. I just want him to be the sniper off the bench, come in, get hot, hit threes. If he's cold, sit him down. He's not. He should not be bringing the ball up the floor. I'm just throwing that out there. This video isn't going to be too long because we have a back-to-back against the Knicks tonight at home, which we should take care of the Knicks at home. I mean, honestly, if this is not a 25-point victory, something's wrong. Seriously. We need to connect. We need to shoot better than 30% from three. We need to put the Knicks away. We need to be up by 25 at halftime. We need one of these games. We need one of these blowout games that says we are a top NBA team. We are a contender. We have issues on the road. We have a lot of fit issues, spacing issues, all this stuff. But what Brett's doing, taking Ben off the ball and playing to his strengths, all that stuff, we need to blow out the Knicks by halftime and send a message. We got our problems solved a little bit, and look how much better we are than a team like the Knicks. That's what needs to happen. If this is a close game and we win by 7 points, I'm not going to be happy. I just want to say one more thing. Feed Matisse. Feed Matisse, especially. Feed Matisse talking to the other team. The other team, feed Matisse by trying to put a layup on in front of him. Towards the end of the game, Zach LaVine driving to the basket, and then Matisse blocks it off the backboard. Oh, that was beautiful. It was he's so incredible. Matisse Thybulle's so incredible. At 20 years old, he's so incredible. And all you guys talk trade scenarios, all you guys with your mock trades, and you put Matisse Thybulle in there, you say, oh, if we throw in Matisse, bro. If you have ever typed up a trade scenario and put Matisse Thybulle in it, you need to talk to me because we're throwing hands, bro. You're my enemy. There will be no Matisse Thybulle trade anywhere in the near future. Anywhere. Matisse Thybulle is untouchable. At 20 years old, the way that he plays, his defensive ability, his catch and shoot ability, there is no Matisse Thybulle trade on the board. None. Yeah, man, that's all I have about the Bulls game. We got the Knicks tonight. Thank you guys for watching. DJ Eastwood, this is the Run It Back podcast. One more thing. #FreeBerg. Peace.